Critical Hit is a drunken, foul-mouthed podcast for adults. Content warnings can be found in the episode description. Hello, world, and welcome to another episode, a special episode of Critical Hit. A podcast where we talk about everything, including Christmas stuff.
Jingle bells. Ching, ching, ching.
I am Red King, and with me always is Crimson and Chrono Warden.
Hello, hello.
How's it going?
Tonight, we are trying Shiner Holiday Cheer by Spatzel Brewery.
Sputzel.
I hate you. You just fucking and we're gonna go through holiday stuff. It's stupid shit that we do during the holidays and our favorite movies, and we're just gonna try to bring in that cheer.
And somebody's gonna talk about Die Hard.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Damn it, it's happened already.
Are you guys ready?
Yes.
We are ready.
We are Critical Hit. This is Shiner Holiday Cheer
By Sputzel.
by Sputzel. Cheers, bros. Let's go.
Cheers.
That's an immediate 3.
Wow.
What?
I'm okay. So
Ho. Ho, ho, ho.
Initial taste is a 3. Hang on.
see, at least he's going back for it.
Hold on.
All right, it's a 4.
That's better than a 3.
This is the most confusing 6 I've ever had.
That's an odd number to put confusion with.
Yeah, I'd put it about a 5 or a 6.
Like, I'm rather enjoying it, but it's subpar, but it's good. It's weird.
It's no Leidenkugel.
So what we have here is a it's a 5.4 ABV, a 22 IBU.
Yeah, it's not really bitter.
It's flavored with peaches and pecans.
How is that Christmas?
Peach cobbler and peach cobbler.
What about pecans?
Pecan pie.
There you go.
That's pretty holiday, but peaches?
You can have pecan pie and peach cobbler any time of year. It's not like I don't have any special memories of Christmas and pecan pie and peach cobbler. Peach trifle, maybe.
So nobody in my life. Okay, so I should put a qualifier on this. Not a lot of people that I know genuinely know how to cook or bake or anything like that.
Oh.
I have never, in my entire time of people baking things for me, have ever received a pecan pie.
I haven't either, so.
They're incredibly hard to make, and I think there's one brand that I will constantly buy. I've gone to buying the little small individual ones that you get at the Wally World.
Yeah.
So part of the problem I have with pecan pie is it looks like someone took a runny dump on a pie.
I just fucking hate you, dog.
It's delicious. Like, I mean, that's gonna.
It looks like corn wrapped in a nice little brown nougat on top of a pie.
No.
And that's going to be the image for the rest of your days.
I appreciate that. You've ruined my taste for pecan pie.
You're welcome. Now you never have to worry about it again.
So let's talk a little bit about Shiner.
They hurt sometimes.
You catch a Shiner, someone hits you so hard, you just... it's about to happen. Keep interrupting me, see what happens. So, founded in 1909.
Oh, it's an old one. Good.
In Shiner, Texas.
Yeah.
Which at that point, apparently, I'm just looking at the fact sheet here, had a population of 2,069.
Hey.
Nice.
the founder, Cosmos Sputzel.
His last name was Sputzel?
That makes sense.
What about the
Sputzel
fact that
Brewery.
his first name is Cosmos?
Yeah, that's a killer weird.
Nah, the dude was destined to make drinks.
Yeah.
Cosmopolitan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's a cosmopolitan.
That's awesome.
Oh, I
Makes
mean,
drinks and beer. That's all he does.
so to me, I don't know, man. It kind of, so like, I'll dunk on the beer, then I'll start dunking on the holidays, because that's how it is. And it just kind of reminds me of it. It's like sweet, but a little weird and
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, that's Christmas.
awkward to deal with.
Yeah, no, that's like the weirdest sex I've ever had. I feel like that pretty much sums that up.
So at the time of,
Stop putting things before the number 6. The way you enunciate E and I is not that different, so...
Are you talking on my English?
Yes. I'm dunkling on your English.
Oh, that's messed up. All right.
so at the time of this recording, it is December the 1st. We have officially begun the not the holiday season, because that starts in like probably mid-October is when they're pushing on that.
Yeah.
No,
Well-
it's August.
Yeah.
They have it out in August.
Right. So if you
Some places have a little more respect than that.
well, yeah.
It's just in the corner. Like you see it start to like slowly creep through the rest of the store, like taking it over like a bad fungus.
Fungus among us.
Those are Pokemon.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yes.
Fungus.
Yeah. You know what? We're not talking about that.
Yeah, we're staying away from Pokemon. It
It's taking over my life.
yes. So right, it's the biggest holiday on the calendar. Even people who are like, it doesn't really matter what walk of life you come from. There's a point where you are gonna put a fucking tree up in your house. You're just gonna take a tree from outside, you're gonna put it inside and put lights on it, because that's a psychotic thing that we do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, it's incredibly metal when you think about it, because you're taking a corpse and decorating it like it's a trophy.
That looks good.
And we made the house out of trees.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, vinyl is what a lot of siding is made out of.
I'm talking about the wood, bro. Like,
Right.
build a house out of the wood, bro.
So you're
Yeah,
you're in a
not-
house of corpses.
This is cool.
Yeah,
This is fucking cool.
So
Okay,
houses
but
become
here's
so much-
something for you. We're all carbon-based life. So are we made of house, or are the houses made of us? Obviously, this is an oversimplification of atomic arrangement of the particular carbon atom, but...
Well, you know what? I'm a brick house.
Brick
My house. Yeah.
Yes. I like to think I'm built pretty well.
I'm built different.
I suffer from a condition known as built different.
Yeah, it's called your shoulder pops out of the socket twice a year.
I would probably get a refund if I received this product.
You sent me an inferior model. I'm gonna need to return that.
Like, oh, what is that?
You're 30 years outside return policy. Shit. They did it for me at the other store. No. Go there.
So, yeah, this is exactly where I thought it was gonna go.
Yeah.
Because like I thought, oh yeah, it'd be cool. We'll do a Christmas episode. We'll drink like Christmas beer, and then next thing you know,
Yeah, it's just no longer.
but that's fine.
Listen, we've all worked retail. We all hate people.
Yep. And it gets worse around this biggest.
most wonderful of holidays.
No, it's the biggest commercial holiday in the calendar year. I would. I would say the reason why my money's so screwed up is because every December, and it's not just the toys, because I have 3 kids, and it's not just the toys.
Yeah.
It is like, here's a little thing. We switched over to LED Christmas lights.
Oh boy.
So we got rid of all those stupid little fucking bulbs, because what I do every year is I will save them thinking, oh my gosh, I'm gonna save so much money by reusing the strands. If one goes bad, I just take a bulb from my spare strand and I put it together. I'm saving so much money. No, it takes me a fucking hour to throw my hands up and say, fuck this.
And go out and buy an entire new set.
So this was the thing that happened. So I keep buying additional of the regular bulb sets, thinking that, you know, they're going to survive at least a year, and then the oldest ones I'll keep using as spares, and they keep changing the bulbs a little bit each time.
Yeah, so they're
So they don't all fit.
plain obsolescence.
Yeah. Oh, that's messed up.
And
It turns out the Christmas industry was doing it way before Apple.
yes, they're going full Apple. We're on Apple Podcasts, by the way.
Hey, welcome. Dungle on Apple.
So that
Listen, when you're partially owned by Microsoft and most of your parts come from Samsung,
Oh, shots fired!
Yep.
Wow, wow! If you're listening on an iPod right now, please keep listening.
who is listening on an iPod?
iPod, iPhone. Wow, woo, man! My beard got more gray. My back hurts slightly more. Oh man!
iPod.
Hey, listen, you don't know how much I fucked with iPod. Like, I wanted an iPod so bad when I was younger.
Okay, you know the sad part though is that the Zune was straight up better.
You know what I had? A Zenstone.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Nobody knows what a fucking Zenstone.
Because the thing is that back in the day, the Zune had 256 gigs of storage when the iPod had like 16.
But they had the little.
They had the wheel.
No, I meant the internals. The Zune had a hard drive in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That sucks.
It's a little,
That's fucking garbage.
It worked great.
I mean, I was heavy on the Zune kick for a while because I didn't want to be the guy. So I was like, hey, Zune. And they had the Zune HD. And I was like, that's the coolest shit ever. It turns out it was just like nothing at all of what the iPod could do. And every Christmas, I got a more and more disappointing MP3 player.
Crim. Comes in the eye guy.
Yeah.
Yes. So here are some very interesting facts about Christmas.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
I think that's an all too well known fact.
Coca-Cola created Santa's image.
Huh? What?
Yeah.
So, oh wow, that explains so much. So the
He's
commercial,
colored like a Christmas. You know, he's colored like a Coca-Cola bottle. I mean,
no, you can't do this to me.
and
I know I'm pushing 30, but damn, man, that's all my magic gone right there.
yep. So
I thought he was just in the commercials because Coca-Cola was like, hey, you know what's a popular icon is Santa Claus. No, they made it.
But when you think about it in retrospect, how the hell is Coca-Cola just gonna have Christmas? Because nothing else has Christmas.
Yeah.
They sprung it first.
But
They saw an opportunity and they seized.
Yeah, they designed Santa Claus.
does that mean so? Okay, now we think about a lot of things that we've experienced. We think about all the cartoon shows. We think about the Christmas specials. Are they all paying Coca-Cola money?
No, I don't think they have royalties like that.
Yeah, it's not.
Is it public domain?
Because
Yeah,
technically
okay.
speaking, the character of Santa Claus existed before Coca-Cola made their design.
Okay, I was a tad worried about that. I'm like,
Yeah, like Saint Nicholas existed. And,
Well, I
and
mean,
the Father Christmas idea was there, but that guy. So if you look at like what would you say, fucking Scandinavian, whatever roots
Yeah.
of,
Well, so that's the other part of it, right? Is that the bearded fellow is very heavily based off of Odin from Norse mythology.
okay, that makes sense.
but he doesn't have a white beard in all of the old drawings. Like those, he has a brown beard. He's just a dude.
Yeah.
But he's just a fellow, just
Like-
out here. I mean, that's crazy. Like, I feel like my whole life has just changed.
So, and that's so that commercial image, that jolly fat dude with the white beard and the hat, that is
And he was just sipping down a Coca-Cola.
basically,
Like,
it's basically Coca-Cola.
That's crazy. Because, like, I was looking at it and being like, okay, well, a bit shameless of Coca-Cola to be, so exploitative of Santa Claus like that. Turns out that image of Santa Claus, like, when he turned around and he sipped off that Coca-Cola in that commercial after going through that snow that for some reason just seemed weirdly inviting, though it was, like, weirdly desolate at the same time. It was like,
You went so deep. On that.
Yeah, really. Like,
I don't know, man. I won't.
So another thing I kind of looked up was mistletoe. Okay,
Possibly one of the funniest words.
the name gets funnier once you actually learn what it means.
Oh, no.
So I'm just gonna start with saying that mistletoe. We already know the tradition. You catch somebody under the mistletoe. You give them,
sexual harassment.
yes. I was gonna say give them a kiss, but you're right. Under no fucking circumstance should you put your lips on another motherfucker just because of your fucking location.
You just look over and he's just creep looking at you with a grin on his face. Like,
Yeah, like
Dude, I've seen that shit.
yeah, where like people camp out by the mistletoe and will try to like circle strafe you.
Yeah.
In Norway.
Yeah.
It's fucking garbage, bro. It's garbage.
well, now I know where I need to go next time I'm trying to find a date.
Don't do that.
Boy.
Jail sucks.
Jail
So
sucks.
mistletoe is an actual aphrodisiac.
So
Do with that what you will. I don't know if you eat it.
I
don't know exactly how it enters your body.
It was a druid thing.
It's probably got to be steeped into a tea.
Oh, that makes sense.
So if
Because
you,
I wouldn't eat straight mistletoe.
I wouldn't either, considering its name. That was the next thing. So
I guess
before we start talking about how you're gonna make a mistletoe work for you, the name is it's like a Germanic word. Basically means dung on a twig. On account of the
Oh fuck no.
the missile thrush birds. That was a hard thing for me to say. They eat the berries off of the leaves and the twig, the twig or whatever. They digest it. They shit it out. It germinates. It will spread over a tree. That's how the plant gets around. Mistletoe is shit stick, more or less.
You know, there's actually a coffee that's like that, right? I forget if it's actually birds or not.
No, it's monkeys.
That's right.
Oh yeah, I remember
The
that.
monkeys eat the beans and they shit them out, and somebody goes and picks through that shit, and then we brew it and put it in our bodies because
I don't drink coffee.
Oh wow.
I'm sorry.
Who are you?
I don't drink coffee.
No, you should. Coffee's fucking great. Why
No.
the fuck don't you?
What the fuck are you, like Peter Pan or some shit? I wake up in the morning and if I don't have coffee, I don't move.
So a lot of
I
our
thrive on spite and rage.
hatred keeps me awake.
Nope, that's not even enough.
No, I've hated myself to sleep before. It's pathetic. So a lot of our
You fucker.
a lot of our
No, that's actually one of the best things to do if you're angry is just go to sleep, because every time I get super, super mad, I just go to sleep. 'Cause that's the thing, right? When are you going to say something stupid when you're angry?
True.
If you go to sleep before you say the stupid thing, you're not going to say the stupid thing.
I'm just gonna sleep that shit up.
yeah, usually most of the transgressions done in rage are time sensitive.
Right.
The minute you get past
Right.
Like,
Because that's the thing. Once it's said, you can't take it back. But if you only think that shit, it's not out in the world.
or if you run hands. So candy canes originated in Germany.
Yes.
of course.
All of the quintessential Christmas stuff
Is very Germanic.
incredibly Germanic. More or less, yeah, it's all German stuff with vaguely pagan, druidic. Like if it's not German, it's druidic, and that's Christmas, right?
Nah, I think the next time I see someone trying to circle strafe someone around mistletoe, I'm gonna be like, hey, why are you trying to kiss people under the shit stick?
You know, I feel like that's just a whole like commentary on a thing.
I'm the kind of person that's trying to circle strafe someone under the shit stick.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
You're a shitty piece of fucking shit.
Yes.
And just defecate on yourself and die in a ditch.
Or grow another stick.
So I have a few traditions. Like growing up, there was always like stuff that we would do, and like we would bake cookies the night before, and
Right.
like it was always like a certain. Everything had a certain time slot, like it had a thing that you did. I stopped. I eventually kind of grew out of it. I was like disillusioned teen, and it was just like this is whatever. I don't care. It super came back when I had kids. So, like, my wife will not let me decorate until after Thanksgiving. I think it should be sooner. I don't think that Thanksgiving, I like eating, sure, but I eat all the time. It's not fucking special.
Thanksgiving doesn't need a whole month.
Yeah,
It needs a weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
So Christmas starts November 1st for you.
Yes.
And then there's a weekend at Thanksgiving's in the middle.
Yes. It's like a timeout.
You get a weekend at Bernie's, basically.
Yeah. And
You just get fat and sloppy for 4 days.
exactly. It's like one day to eat it, a weekend to just deal with it. and then you can put up your decorations, which I did. I fucking did it. Exactly. Not the day after, but the Saturday after.
Yeah.
And I keep every year the tradition for me every year is trying to convince my wife to decorate earlier. I did not used to be this way, but having kids fucking made me like this. And
Yeah, it's a whole different ball game now, and it's like I look at it now, and my Christmas cheer and all that crap is wilted in a corner somewhere. No, my experience with Christmas has kind of been an interesting one. Like just kind of going from we had a very small family. We never had, extended family over for any of that type of stuff. And, we would celebrate all the time. Like you said, we'd get the tree at a certain time. We went from live trees to not live trees because of allergies and things like that.
bullshit.
No, well,
No, I remember breaking out in hives and still getting the fucking live trees.
Yeah.
I don't have a live tree because I'm now an adult with my own house. I can fucking buy that shit.
He's like,
I remember being a kid and getting fucked up on those trees.
yeah, fair. No, that is fair. Okay, so I can't say that we.
That was a fucking hard.
I'm just
Yeah,
more
yeah.
trying to figure out, like, how the fuck do you people have all these allergies?
So
I don't get out very often.
Okay,
That is
but you act like my pasty ass is fucking outside in the sun, like, hi ho.
you could be an axe man.
I mean,
World's palest outdoors. Outdoors.
but
Our
I'm
outdoors
allergic to
maybe.
exactly like one specific kind of pollen, which only happens like once every 7 years. It's an annoying fucking thing when it does.
That sounds nice though.
And dust.
I'm allergic.
That's it.
I'm allergic to that bullshit. No. But seriously, I think because I have not been so lucky to have a family of my own, at least, and so it's been different growing up and growing out of like the childhood wonderment into like. I'm like Scrooge. is basically what I'm trying to say.
Really? You're Scrooge and I'm the fucking Grinch.
So I mean, I feel that because I'm like, I go into these stores and it's like, you see all the Christmas stuff and you see the guy standing out front, jingling the bell, making donations, and it's like,
That dude is a convict. Guaranteed.
promise you.
But
And
the funny part is that it's been the same one at where I work for 10 years.
That's dedication.
Yeah.
What does he do for the rest of the year?
I don't know. I never see him.
he's just preparing.
He's just the Salvation Army guy outside of where I work, just ching, 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 ching.
Okay, so I've got some theories. Speaking of which, there is a cold storage that they keep humans in. I guarantee you. The whole, they don't survive being frozen. That's bullshit. I know that's a fucking fact.
Okay, but
No, don't interrupt me. Because
all right, I'm gonna let you finish this point, and then we're gonna talk about cryogenesis.
Hold on.
we're talking about the guys.
We're talking about Christmas.
We're talking about the guys.
Which has snow, which is cold. Cryo means ice.
Stop.
Genesis is creation, so it's kind of weird, but
I'm gonna say that there's always the same guy with the bell outside of the whatever store, and he's trying to get them donations.
no,
for
you know the
Salvation.
fucking weird part this year? He's not there.
Oh,
It's a different dude this year. Actually, it's a lady, but
Okay, so that maybe
he's like, that blew my theory.
that blew my theory. No, it doesn't. You want to know why? Because fucking Rob Lowe still exists, and he looks the same no matter what fucking show he is. I saw him in fucking 911 Texas. No, it was 911 Lone Star. But it's the spinoff to 911. He's in that fucking show. His face doesn't fucking change. I saw him in like a movie fucking, from like 10 fucking years ago. His face doesn't change. Hallmark keeps him on ice.
unless he's recording.
Unless he's in a movie with his weird fucking face. And
Wow.
I learned he was fucking Simba in the fucking Lion Guard. I can't watch that anymore. It's forbidden.
What's wrong with Rob Lowe?
Yeah, what is your weird, like,
Why do you hate Rob Lowe? What has Rob Lowe done to you?
Look at Rob Lowe.
okay, he's a dude who made money on his face, and his face looks the same. That's good for him.
He's made of plastic.
I mean, he might be at this point.
He is a he's a plastic automaton created by the Hallmark Company to make those movies. How many movies they gotta make a fucking year? How are they always coming out with new ones?
That's a good question. When
Okay,
have you
but this
become
leads me to the Netflix Christmas machine.
Oh,
You
dude.
know, Netflix has been releasing several Christmas movies every year for like the past 7 years. And they're doing like 7 or 8 a year, at least.
I actually have an interesting thing that I saw. This was actually just today when I was at work. Speaking of Netflix and Christmas movies, did you know Netflix is coming out with a horror parody of The Grinch?
I did not.
So, yeah, I saw this thing. My manager showed me at work.
That's a weird one.
So
Very weird.
the idea is that you know, the Grinch story goes that he came through Whoville and stole up all of Christmas, and then they eventually figured it out, and he cut the roast beast, whatever. And apparently,
Roast beast?
roast beast? He'd carved the roast beast.
Roast beef.
No, it's roast beast in that because it's
Yeah, look it up.
Yeah,
is?
It's Dr. Seuss, man. Educate yourself. Don't fuck with me on my Grinch knowledge.
Yeah, once we get into the shows that we always watch every year, yeah, Grinch.
Yeah.
I can almost recite it verbatim.
Yeah.
Continue.
So this is apparently they're saying that this is what actually happened. The Grinch was actually a monster, like a monster. I know, obviously he was.
Krampus.
Yeah.
Whoops.
So he was
Also German.
Here's the thing, though. What happened was Cindy Lou witnessed and escaped this monster, and then grew up and found out that this monster's striking again.
Oh my gosh. And she becomes a monster hunter.
Yeah, she's got a gun. So Cindy Lou Who's got a fucking gun. And it's like, and it is Whoville. Like, it's not like which makes me wonder how they did this.
Because Cindy Lou Who has had enough of his crap. So this year, she's armed herself with that strap.
God, really?
They're going to call it like Whoville or something.
No, it was mean one or something like that. Like, yeah, because it's one of the lyrics.
No, I meant the name of the village.
Oh no, it is the Grinch. Like, it's weird. Like, everything is the Grinch.
So speaking of a mean one, right? I think the Grinch would be probably a happier person if there wasn't somebody constantly singing a jazz baritone diss rap about him every time he gets to do him.
Yeah.
So here's the thing about the Grinch, right? He's really just a dude who wants to live alone with his dog.
Yes.
He doesn't want neighbors. He's not trying to be bothered by anybody. He's not trying to bother anybody.
Yeah.
But he's got the fucking loud, noisy ass neighbors, and he's like, dude, I'm trying to fucking sleep.
Yes. And exactly, you got the loud Who's, and they have no endearing qualities at all.
Yeah, they're swingers.
Wait,
So the movie with Jim Carrey, right?
Oh,
gosh.
fuck.
They all leave their keys in a bowl. And then you don't necessarily grab your house keys when you go back to that bowl. Oh. So the whole village's house keys are in here, and you just swing in with whoever that night.
Whoever.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Why? Okay, so no wonder he hates them. And then also
Yeah, there's venereal diseases
the
everywhere.
fucking theme song. You're some baritone asshole. You're a mean one. Mr. Grinch, ain't she? Oh, fuck you.
Like,
No wonder he's mad.
like, that's kind of fucked up, because if you think about it, like, he was probably the one who that, like, started it all. He's like out of nowhere. All the
Like,
Who's
he's
just
a founder.
Yeah, they're just doing their thing, and like the Grinch is like, all right, I'm alone. I'm just whatever. I just don't want to talk to y'all. And he's like, this bitch. You're an asshole, Mr. Grinch.
So I'm getting way off topic. Well, yes and no.
We're Christmassy.
So let's talk about one more. Now, this is a tradition that I've tried. I think I did it last year and managed to get it through the whole friend group. Is Whamageddon, which has begun in earnest today.
Shit.
You know, obviously, the listeners will get this a fucking week late. But as of right now, on the 1st, I've survived without hearing Last Christmas by Wham.
I didn't even think about the possibility of that happening. So
If it was playing today, I didn't recognize it, and that's the key, right? You have to recognize it.
I've been just walking, being around,
Yeah,
and that's not safe in Ramadan.
I went to the store and Christmas music was playing. I was like, "Yeah, boy, here we go." And then I thought, "Oh no, what if they play it?"
Yeah, dude, it makes every shopping trip tense.
Listen, I work where they're playing it for my entire shift. Not Last Christmas by Wham, but it probably did come on today, but I guarantee you I did not hear it.
Just get it popping with the earbuds, dude. You got to win this shit.
Yeah, and
I did win last year.
Isn't that kind
I
of
made
like
it all the way to Christmas.
that's some like calamity level ability?
So the rules for Whamageddon are as follows. You cannot if you recognize the song, you're out. If you hear a cover, you're still alive. Like you could still continue. So like that Taylor Swift joint, get ahead. Because like Taylor Swift does a good version of that song.
You mean Napoleon Dynamite?
In drag. Napoleon Dynamite in drag. So last year we had a bit of a scandal with the rules.
Oh no.
The
Whamageddon controversy.
yeah, the great Whamageddon controversy of 2021. And it says on the official website, because there is an official website,
Naturally.
you cannot just wham somebody.
Right. It has to be a passive, not an active.
Yes, you can't just walk into the room, bust it out on your phone, and then
And
We can't kamikaze the shit.
yes.
No, that's a whamikaze.
That is a fantastic.
It's officially
No whamikaze.
the illegal tactic is officially a whamikaze.
Yes.
Okay. I dig it.
And even if you're out, you can't just put wham on somebody.
Yeah.
Like the same thing would be like if you try to like rickroll somebody, you can't just like fucking put wham on them. So that's gonna be the thing. I will probably lose. I'll probably be like, oh well, as soon as I got done recording, I heard wham, so it was over. But that's gonna be the thing.
Considering your wife has been listening to Christmas music all day.
Oh, that's been dangerous.
Yeah, dude. I straight up told her, I'm like, you got a lot of balls with this? Fucking Whamageddon in full effect. You're out there just raw dogging a Christmas music station. Like, you're not fucking worried. Like, you're not. She thinks I'm an idiot.
No, I imagine your disheartening defeat to Whamageddon would be you happen to open a window, like just a little bit for something nonsensical, like
You're air, like you burn something, you're airing it out.
And then it drives past a car. Somebody is really loving Christmas.
Just an ice cream truck with wham.
Yeah, no hands on the steering wheel.
Just ghost riding, just freaking out. What are you doing?
Oh, shit, I'm out.
Just complete annihilation at the hands of Wham. So, the ones that hallmark of... I'm not saying Hallmark.
Yeah, you are now free advertising for Hallmark.
No, absolutely
Hey, if they
not.
sponsor us.
I don't want that to be like that.
But that would be one of the raunchiest podcasts.
That'd be so sick, though, if all of a sudden Hallmark just turned for us.
Yeah, but
Anywho,
Hallmark presents Raw Dog Raunchy.
they're selling up raw dog raunchy t-shirts.
with the Hallmark logo.
Yes.
Oh, I'm not sure if I want my life to be like that, but it's fine.
Hey, you could meet Rob Lowe.
I'll punch him right in his face. I'll cut my hand up on his plastic chin.
Why so much vitriol?
I know what that means.
Can I?
This is all stained.
Can I throw
Hatred, anger, like.
Got you.
You know, the only reason why I know what vitriol means is because it's a lyric in a Louis Capaldi song.
Who's that?
You remember the guy who was like, "Before you go"?
Oh my gosh,
That is kind of a hard word to work into a song, though, so I have to give him props.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's a good song.
Christmas movies, man.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to fucking say. Before you get me all pissed off about Rob Lowe again. And we're not talking about Rob Lowe. Unless, of course, you bring it up. But
you're the most reasonable counterculture I have ever seen.
Now, just for that, I have a Christmas movie that I'm going to bring up.
Damn.
With Rob Lowe in it.
I think I probably know. So
It's on Netflix.
it probably
I
is.
think I probably low. Probably no. I'm doing some Eminemisms over.
Probably though, Robbly Lowe. So what do you guys watch, man? Every fucking year, because it is every year. You're gonna watch a couple of ones.
Yep.
You know, Grinch. You know, shit like that. You know,
Home Alone 1, 2, and 3.
3?
3 is actually not as bad as you think it is.
Oh my
because 4 and 5 exist.
Oh. I didn't even know there was that many Home Alone.
Okay, it gets worse though. Macaulay Culkin is not in 4 and 5. The character of Kevin McAllister, however, is.
They recasted him?
That's dirt.
Okay. I have watched exactly like 6 minutes and 35 seconds because I think it was Hulu it was on. Saved where I left off in Home Alone 4.
Whoa, wow.
That's how bad it is.
Oh, damn.
Because here's the thing, right? Home Alone 1, 2, and 3 technically have pretty good budgets for effects and stuff.
But 3 didn't have Macaulay Culkin.
It did not. It still told a good story, though. It told a Home Alone style story.
With no Kevin McAllister.
Yeah, it didn't need him, though. It's just about a kid defending his house.
Okay.
If you look at Home Alone as that theory, or as that type of story, it shouldn't be hard to tell the story without Kevin McAllister. However, Home Alone 4 is a straight to VHS.
Oh, wow. That's a mark of quality right there.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And the production value shows.
Oh,
The acting is not very good.
That's okay.
That's so
Well,
bad.
the first. I don't know if those movies. No, they were pretty good movies.
No,
The acting was.
So here's the thing. I will say you gotta kind of give movies like Home Alone a pass because this was like an
Okay, but like the old dude in the first movie who like where they specifically chorused it so that like it's spooky music the first time you see him because it's like, oh, he cut up his family and buried them in his yard or something.
Yeah.
And no, Kevin ends up meeting him in church and it's like, no, I just haven't talked to my son because we got in an argument. And then Kevin is like, well, just call your son and invite him over. The worst he says is no, which puts you at the same spot you're in. And it turns out he's not some creepy, murderous old dude. He's just a lonely old dude.
Yeah.
And what happens at the end of the fucking movie? You see his fucking kids and granddaughter showing up.
Yeah.
Which is one of the big things he missed about Christmas because his wife has died.
So it is kind of.
It was really good.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Kevin McAllister was fucking.
In 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And
Fucking not in 4.
and I will say,
It's so bad. It's bad.
and a lot.
I almost want to try it.
A lot.
I
of
want you to try it
Christmas-
because I want to see if we can get past 6 minutes and 35 seconds.
Never that. But I did notice that a lot of Christmas classics, like that people watch every single year, they tend to have that thing of like, I don't know how to describe it, but there was like a paradigm shift in acting. You know what I mean? Where it was like you kind of go from like the old school style, kind of like, how do I put this? Like Hogan's Heroes acting, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like they weren't bad actors, they were just perpetually overacting actors.
It was that mark of the time.
Yeah, and I think that that's the one thing you kind of
It's
see.
weird though, because like think about like the Wizard of Oz and shit. Those aren't overacted. Those are fantastic movies.
Yeah, because like it's really weird because they do. They had because being an actor was like a real art. It was a serious art. People took it very seriously, and they just for some reason could throw anything against these people, and they would just fucking do it.
Yeah.
And
Hogan's Heroes is a weird cut, though. I don't know too many people that like that. I'm one of them.
I was surprised to hear
a little. I've gotten into it in a weird point in my life because my job, happens to play it a lot in the
played, the sergeant was actually a Holocaust camp survivor, Sergeant Schultz. There's another one that I can't remember who also survived.
Whoa.
And then Bob Crane, sure as Colonel Hogan, was like this oafy, lovable dude. He was an asshole, and he got murdered, and they never caught the guy that murdered him. Bob Crane, the guy who played Hogan of Hogan's Heroes, was an asshole and got murdered. And they never found the dude who did it. That's why there's only like one season of Hogan's Heroes.
Whoa, that's crazy. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay, impressive.
Well, like to catch up on a really weird cut, right? Rick Moranis got punched in the face like as a random attack last year.
I remember that.
And it's like weird, like these really like actors from like this really old stuff. You hear these weird things that happen to them, like,
Right?
getting murdered.
Like that's pretty out there. Especially
Rick Moranis just getting fucking dumped out of nowhere. Like, why would you do that to Rick Moranis of all people?
Right.
Why?
I haven't seen him in anything since Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Oh man. But I have to say, Christmas movies. Okay, so I've never been the biggest Christmas movie guy. I have been a big Christmas special guy. I do believe there's a tad bit of a difference when it comes to that.
Yeah, there kind of is.
Because what I'm speaking of is more things like Christmas in Pac-Land.
Why? It's so weird. Dude, why?
What the fuck is up with you tonight?
Listen.
It's just like, oh, Hogan's Heroes. I'm sorry, record screech. What?
Fucking Christmas and Pac-Man?
So yeah, no, what do you mean? I don't know why.
Wait a minute.
You're sorry. It comes back to you, doesn't it? So I don't know why Christmas in Pac-Land. This was the only thing at the time, Pac-Man cartoon related that was on anything.
You know they have a Pac-Man show? They have a Pac-Man cartoon?
Now? Like
It was
current one?
it was like a few years ago.
Oh no, I know what one you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It's he had the worst voice.
Ghostly
acting.
Adventures.
Yeah.
It was a
I
little
do
bit-
remember that, yeah.
It was a little bit stupid.
I guess it wasn't horrible. Yeah. But that was the only bit of Pac-Man media that was airing on television at the time, at least in my local area.
Right.
I'm sure there might have been differences depending on where you were, but in my
This is really weird.
and I like it was such a weird because the voice actor of Pac-Man, I can't remember his name, but he has like
No, I think I know what you're talking about because I think he's done. They might have actually just pulled together a Hanna-Barbera roster of
because I think
actors.
that because there is also I want to point out I'm fairly certain the voice actor for Pac-Man in that show, I don't know this for fact and that's why I want you to look it up, but I'm fairly certain he was also the voice actor of Santa Claus in that one weird Santa Claus Christmas special cartoon where it was like talking about the magical sleigh ride.
Oh,
The
like
sleigh ride.
I think he's high.
But like you know what I'm talking about. You know that one.
Motor Mouse and Autocat, the Chattanooga Cats. Holy shit! This is Pull fucking City.
Yeah. These
Marty
things,
Ingalls. Okay.
yeah, and these things have lived rent free within my head since I watched them. It was for a time my favorite Christmas special. I don't know why. It was campy. It was like What's up? You seem to have discovered something.
It's in Grape Ape.
It's in Grape Ape.
I think you broke your.
Oh my gosh.
So
What is going on?
and it's one of those things that it has been so long since I've actually seen it that I couldn't describe to you exactly what happens in the episode. Like, because I'm sure there was other Pac-Man media from probably the same creators before that, but that was all we got. So it was like, so I do, you know,
Crazy.
Yeah, I remember, and there was power pellets involved. There was a point where he drank power pellet hot cocoa.
Santa Claus.
No, Pac-Man.
Pac-Man did. Yeah.
So fucking weird.
Yeah, no, I remember that now. That's crazy. I forgot about that little tidbit.
It's from ABC. What?
Yeah.
I thought it was from Disney.
Produced by Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah. Oh, well, good call on that one.
Yeah, cat. As soon as I saw like the Cat Nougat Cats and all that, I knew it was Hanna-Barbera.
But yeah, no, but like things like that, things like Flintstones, Christmas Carol, like
Yeah,
you
that
know.
did slap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, Jetsons Christmas. There was like, you know, and there was and that went on for a while. Like, not to get back on a weird Cartoon Network train, but that went on for a while because you know networks like Cartoon Network had all kinds of Christmas specials,
Even
and
after
then
they stopped actually showing those IPs,
yeah.
they would still do the Christmas specials.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Ed and Eddie,
I had
Johnny
no
Bravo.
fucking patience for the Jetsons until it was Christmas time. They started kicking out with. It was really weird.
Then suddenly you start liking shows that you didn't like because it was a Christmas special.
No, I still hate Jetsons.
I mean, yeah, but I will watch that.
They can fuck right off, but their Christmas special does slap.
Yeah.
I hate you. You're okay at Christmas.
That's the spirit of the season.
Yeah. I feel like that does kind of weirdly sum up the spirit of Christmas. Yeah, no, like that type of stuff, man. And
So like specials of like
Various media.
yeah,
like when you get the Christmas episode.
yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Remember that one with the elf? It was like a rapper elf. You remember that one?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and like he had the like
He did. He wanted to be a rapper.
yeah.
And he made up like it was. He went in on some bars with some fucking Christmas.
I'm out here watching shit like All of the Other Reindeer, and you guys.
No, All of the Other Reindeer slap.
No, I love that thing,
No,
but-
I did watch that. That was a good one.
But I'm just like, yeah, there's an elf rapping, and I'm like,
No, because,
where did you find this?
Because here's the thing, right?
It got weird.
Crimson is so into those fucking Christmas movies.
Yeah.
Well, the
Well,
Christmas
specials.
specials. Yeah, like
Like I very much remember like so many of them unnecessarily. They didn't have to be good. It was just like
They just
Yeah.
occupy space in your prefrontal cortex.
for no reason at all. Yeah, you don't know how excited I was to when you said that like the theme of this episode was gonna be Christmas. Like Christmas in Pac-Man was literally the first thing.
he probably opened up a page and just wrote down Christmas.
That was it. No, that was a nod.
No, because like I had It's a Wonderful Life, which is probably my favorite Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Got nothing.
You've never seen It's a Wonderful Life?
No, sir. What's it about? Probably Wonderful Lives.
No, so the basic premise is that the main character works at a small-time bank. There's an old wealthy white guy who is like trying to buy up parts of the town so he can make like an apartment complex. So basically everyone has to pay him. This one little bank that the main character works at, which I can't remember his name right now because my brain just went after hearing Christmas in Pac-Land. But
It's fair enough.
essentially
Sorry.
he's like feeling like, everything's coming apart in his life. And he straight up goes, I just wish I'd never been born. And then an angel comes and actually grants his wish. So he gets to see what the world looks like if he had never existed. And essentially it means the fucking crazy, wealthy, Cornelius Vanderbilt style old white guy is just like, and owns everything.
Oh, you want to know what? I think I've seen this movie.
No, we
Probably have.
definitively.
That
No,
is like it's up there with like Miracle on 34th Street.
And you start to realize that Fairly Odd Parents ripped off that concept or paid homage.
Well, I think that's the thing. Like when you see once again these fucking Christmas specials.
It's a Wonderful Life is not the first movie to use a land baron as a villain.
No, he means the concept of I wish I had never been born. You get to see an episode where
Right,
you
yeah,
get to
because
see
Timmy, his parents are like way better off.
Yeah.
At least with this guy, everyone's life is basically worse.
No, sometimes.
And his brother. So one of the big important things is that his brother throws himself in the river or like falls in the river, and he goes in and saves his brother. Well, he's not there to save his brother, so his brother dies.
Whoa!
Like it's the amount of impact he actually has.
causality.
Yikes!
That's wild. Okay,
It's a great fucking movie. We should watch it.
Yeah, you know what? Well, I'm down with that. I'm down with that idea.
so once again, way to fucking swing super high on it.
I mean, if you want me to go a little lower, I also like Jingle All the Way.
Yes.
Oh!
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger.
Oh my gosh, the one where he's trying to get that one ball,
Yes.
and the lady starts beating the crap out of him. He goes, "No, I'm not a pervert." Oh my god, that movie was so fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's
And
a fantastic fucking movie.
The one dude was trying to make moves on his wife. Oh my god.
And let's keep it listen, don't talk to me.
That's like dead ass.
No.
The look on your face. Oh my gosh.
Listen, I'm just saying, let's keep it a buck. Ain't nobody trying to make moves on Arnold Schwarzenegger. I wouldn't try to make a move even if Arnold Schwarzenegger had a significantly younger wife. I would not be trying to make a move on his wife now. And he's old as fuck. I wouldn't. That was prime Arnold Schwarzenegger, which, by the way, I do want to point out, I'm fairly certain there was a point in time where action stars were contractually obligated to have a children's movie because so many of them.
Nah, he's right. It kind of feels like it, right?
So many of
no,
them
you're right.
had fucked around and had some weird like children or Christmas or
Even Vin Diesel had one.
yeah.
The pacifier. So here's the thing, right?
Vin Diesel.
Kindergarten Cop was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
That's another good one. But that's another child movie.
Yeah.
But
What
Vin
was it?
Diesel basically like remade those as the pacifier, and then he had a Christmas one that I can't remember the name of.
Yep. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He had a
Tooth Fairy.
Yep, Tooth Fairy. Yep. I'm like, okay. So this is what we're doing now. The only one I haven't seen yet is Jason Statham.
No, here's one for you.
Jason Statham, that'd be a weird one.
Keanu Reeves didn't have one, and he was the Matrix.
Oh, you're right about that.
You
But
just
Keanu Reeves
You
has,
just wait.
But Keanu Reeves has made
No,
an
he has
appearance in
John Wick
SpongeBob movies.
He's been in SpongeBob.
Okay.
Keanu Reeves has made appearances.
But he's
in
not
SpongeBob.
the main character.
Agreed, but I feel like that's still kind of.
It's on the cusp.
It is.
What about when was it Burt Reynolds did a one?
Oh, fuck.
He did. What was it? There was a kid, and he was a cop, and I remember this movie. He said, the dude. I wish I knew the fucking name of this movie because he gets in a foot chase with the guy, and he immediately jumps in his car and he's following the guy. He's got him. He's on the loudspeaker. He's saying to the dude, "I don't like to run." And he hits the dude with the car because he doesn't like to run.
That's a
And
little violent.
I'm like, bruh, that's how I would do my police. I'd be like, I'd fucking run 10 steps. I start breathing like a wildebeest. I'd be like, nah, we're going to stop this pursuit.
And Ibex, you are not.
Exactly. I'm more like It just occurred to me that an ibex is wildebeest.
Wow. It's like I'm like
No, my brain just you know when your brain folds to fit in your head, it just opened up. Hurts, man. I'm talking about A Christmas Story. That is the movie. That's the movie.
There's a mission. This year, there's a mission.
So, my wife will only watch the movie one time a year. She despises the movie and thinks it's the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah, my wife hates that movie too, and I love it.
I don't understand. Is it a girl thing?
No, because that's the thing, right? I have a sister-in-law who likes the movie. Because my oldest brother, every time, all 24 hours it's on TBS, goes to sleep wrapping presents to it, wakes up to it.
It's the reason to have cable or access to live TV.
Yeah, and that's it. And I remember the one year they tried to pull something
Or you
weird.
can spend like $3.74 at your local shop and buy the DVD and just play it.
Oh, don't
paying.
no.
It's
no.
not. The thing is, it's not the same. I will argue
You know why
that
it's not the same. Probably because I'm just fucking dumb and old, but it's not the same.
Yeah,
If you own it, you get more out of it because on TBS they still have commercials.
but that's kind of important, and I don't know why, but it is.
Why is that important?
Because it's part of it, like the commercial breaks, like
So
You can pause it and take a piss or take a dump.
I mean, it's
Shut
not,
up. So
Go have some Christmas Eve coitus.
mistletoe.
Oh no!
No, not on the shit stick.
Hold on. And also, that's some other implications behind that we don't want to talk about.
Hey, I'm gonna catch my wife on the mistletoe. I'm gonna chase her around.
I hope she German suplexes you.
So
We're just gonna come over next week.
Like
She'll be out here like fucking T-Rex.
See, I'm just trying to skip right past when you start whining like this. I'm gonna deny you. So yeah, of course. Some of the most amazing things about this movie was somehow it managed to capture
It's the essence of an American Christmas.
and being a kid.
Yeah.
I don't know what type of fucking genius director, the way that the scenes just kind of fly around and it has that same randomness. Like, I talk to my kids and they just fire off so randomly. To them, their brains do this thing, and it's like switching channels on a TV. But to them, it's all cohesive and it all makes sense, and it is their reality. To me, it's crazy.
They've told you 72 different stories.
Exactly.
In 5 seconds.
Yeah, and they have the capacity for that. And the thing is, somehow this director captured that.
Yeah.
To me.
weirdly enough, like even with just the narration behind it and like the well-timed but kind of campy, they'll even interrupt part of the scene just to narrate one little bit of it. Yeah. And it's like, everything about it was just like, the crazy imaginations of what's going on. It's like it was
perfect. Like, he comes in and he's like, oh, his mom made him eat soap for cussing.
Yes.
And he goes and he has this fantasy in his mind that, he's just I'll show them, oh man, I'm going to come through when I'm grown up. I'm going to be blind. I'm going to make them feel sorry for me. I'm going to call it soap poisoning. And they got it. They got it so well. Like the way that they dealt with the bullies. Mm-hmm. And a little fun fact about the one bully, Scott Farkas, is his name.
yeah.
He is played by Zach Ward, who later on became
Rob Lowe.
No, shut up.
He's a fucking transformer.
He was in the Christopher Titus TV show as Dave Titus.
Okay.
No shit.
That's like one of our fucking.
That's great. Yeah. That's incredible.
So, a couple of things about Christmas Story is there's a couple of facts that I learned about it. There are 2 other sequels,
Yes, one of them coming out just recently.
and I'm incredibly sorry for that.
I was about to mention that too. That was something I learned like recently. It was like last year I found out that there were sequels to this movie.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
So the scene when they're in the restaurant, that scene doesn't hold up well. We're not going to talk about that. The Chinese restaurant when they burn the turkey.
Yeah.
That scene does not hold up well. I'm going to give it a bye for that. But the part where they have the duck, right?
Oh, fuck.
And they pull the... What is the top of a fucking platter? What do you call that? A cover? A lid?
Fucking lid.
It's a lid.
I thought it had a fancy name.
It's just a fucking lid.
It might. I mean, I'll see if there's.
Anyways, I thought Chrono was just gonna come in clutch with some, I don't know, French or German. Anyways,
No, Germans are not that delicate with their food.
Melinda Dillon, the mother in the movie, she was intentionally given the wrong script. So when they pulled
It's a cloche.
a cloche, that sounds disgusting.
Yeah.
I honestly,
From the French for bell.
honestly, it would have my life would probably have been better if I didn't learn that.
Well, it's funny,
that.
right? Because, like, a lot of birds and reptiles have what's called a cloaca.
Yeah, like a egg putt.
Well,
Yeah, it's a butthole and a reproductive channel at the same time.
Well, anything you could also just put into a sentence and it just sounds inherently creepy. Like, he grabbed my cloche.
Oh,
He removed his cloche.
yeah.
oh, bro.
He slowly lifted his cup.
Oh my gosh.
It's from the French for bell, which I think I already said, but
Well, all right.
So intentionally given the wrong script. How
So
come?
that when they pulled the cloche and revealed the duck, her reaction where she freaks out and goes, "Wow!" Absolutely authentic. She didn't expect the duck. It's those little fucking things, those little things that you do.
It's those little fucking things right there.
evidently this wasn't a thing that was ever like actually used. It's only appeared on screen.
What?
What?
Wait. Hold up. Fucking. Hold the phone.
Pump the brakes. I just punched my microphone.
What are you trying to
Tiramisu.
tell me?
Oh, okay. So never mind. It's for most people a cloche, the dome-shaped covering for a dish that's removed before serving, is only ever encountered on screen, likely in the hands of a butler in an English period drama. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe like bugs. Whatever.
Whatever.
Weird article.
Okay, so the scene.
Ignore that tangent.
The scene where Ralphie says the word.
Yeah.
When he drops the little pan full of the bolts for the when he's changing the tire. In that scene, they actually had him say "fuck," and authenticity.
yeah. So yeah,
I'm having your kids cuss just for making a movie. Welcome to Hollywood, kid. We're gonna make you fucking cuss.
Sweet.
I was a bit worried for a moment. Perhaps you had an audio clip because you had a big grin on your face.
No, I wish. That would have been sick.
Could you imagine if we actually had that audio?
You know,
And the actor who played Ralphie is in Elf.
Yeah.
Elf with Will Ferrell.
Yep.
really?
Yeah, dude. So
Wow. So he's got
Elf is another very good Christmas movie.
Elf is a fantastic.
so that movie got in a little bit of trouble.
For what?
Okay. So it was right. I'm trying to think. So when did Baby It's Cold Outside all of a sudden get all fucked up and people got screwed up about it?
Oh yeah.
So it was
like,
right when that.
Yeah.
So in that
Okay,
scene where,
but so here's the thing, right? There was actually a movie my wife and I watched a couple years ago with Nina Dobrev in it, which she's from The Vampire Diaries, if you
Okay.
need a point of reference. Basically, like, she hated that Christmas song because it's, like, very, very rapey.
yeah.
And no, so this is the thing, right? I actually went and looked into like the history of Oh Baby It's Cold Outside, and yeah, even back then when it came out in like the 30s, there were people that were like, "Hold up,
What? So you had crossed the line. Like
it's weird to think that it's weird to think that there are still lines. There was like lines being crossed and like people. I don't know. Maybe I'm fucking stupid for thinking it. Like they had lines.
they did."
because it didn't feel like it.
Well, like, because like I remember, like the way that Elvis danced was like a big fucking issue. It was like so obscene, and then you look at the way that Elvis dances, and bro, he's
Seal your cloche.
and he is like
Nobody needs to know.
like I would dance like that, and nobody would bat an eye. But back then, it was like, oh my gosh, he's provocative.
yeah.
That's literally why they had to do like chest up on the Beatles because they were quote unquote too sexy.
Imagine,
Imagine we're saying the Beatles were ever
imagine thinking any. Paul McCartney,
Ringo Starr.
John Lennon. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I can't remember the other guy.
Wow, actually, me neither.
The guitarist, right?
George.
It is George something.
George. What the fuck is his name?
We're idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna
George Carlin.
No, it's not Brenner, is it?
It's comedian.
Oh my gosh, this is idiotic.
Well, remember, Ringo is technically the fifth Beatle because there was a drummer before him.
Damn. I didn't know that.
But anyways, that's what happened with Elf. Is there's a scene
George Harrison.
George Harrison.
I thought it was.
Thank
I
you,
wanted to
dude.
say because
That was hurting my brain.
Because I'll be honest, Harrison Ford was coming in my mind.
Harrison Ford. So that movie got, it got in trouble because there was a part where Buddy the Elf, who's the girl in that? Is it
Zooey Deschanel.
Yep. They're singing "Baby It's Cold Outside," and so that movie. They're like, nah, dude.
Like you can't. You're not allowed anymore.
Yeah.
Because it does. I mean,
Like, have you ever actually looked at the lyrics for that song?
Oh no, So there was a point where I tried to counter the argument for "Baby It's Cold Outside," not necessarily because I in any way fucking condone it, but I wanted to know if things were different back then. So there is an argument that exists for "Baby It's Cold Outside," that the idea of coyness, it was the default, the default response for anything was supposed to be no. So if you ask somebody to go anywhere or do anything with you, the correct response was supposed to be no, and to make excuses to lead or to more or less portray an image of coyness, and that the no's were soft no's, and that but
That's
It
fucking. That doesn't know.
yeah, I know it doesn't check.
That's fucking bad.
It starts
And
to become
even back then, people were like,
Yeah, like,
no.
the fact that
just hard no.
Yeah,
not soft no, hard no. Fucking back the fuck up or you're going to meet my Tommy gun.
Imagine if you were in a court a lot. It was a soft no.
right. So
Fucking John Dillinger's corpse just rolls up and shoots you. Like, that's how bad you done fucked up.
because here's the thing, like that dude in that song is probably the guy who will circle strafe you under the mistletoe.
That's not me.
You're the one who's like,
No, mistletoe.
shit stick.
I was talking about being the victim. Why are we back?
Oh my gosh.
So you want to get caught under that mistletoe?
You know, why not, right? Depends on who it is.
Listen, I think you underestimate my ability to peer over my glasses at you.
I'm sorry. Listen, I'm sorry.
If I had a missile foot, it'd be up your ass.
If you were a bird, I would throw you into a ceiling fan.
And then with that red Foreman clothes. Oh my gosh.
That's
Yo, you know they're coming out with that 90s show?
Yeah.
It's a direct sequel to that 70s show.
I'm worried.
I feel like it's either going to be fucking hilarious or terrible. There's no chance in between. It's either going to be great or bad.
Free Danny Masters.
Shut up.
No.
So
Yeah.
He just died on a bender in the 80s. Cheech can come back, though.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
So the second thing I wanted to, the second movie that to me lives rent free in my Christmas fucking mind is Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer.
Oh man.
I've never seen that movie.
So it's a cartoon. And so all of these really important, critical things that I had to say about A Christmas Story that made it so impactful. And it was complete opposite with this.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Yeah, so it takes that whole song and stretches it out a fucking hour. And
It's an hour?
Yeah.
yeah, it's like a full animated movie.
And they have like an album's worth of songs on there.
So they have a couple of different songs. The overarching, like the they will move between scenes by advancing Grandma Got Run Over by the Reindeer, the song.
Yep.
And they also have other songs. It's about a boy named Jake McSpanky. That's a hard thing to say.
Jank McSpanky. It's pretty much
Masturbator here.
His last name is indeed McSpanky.
And he likes Christmas, and that everybody's so wrapped up in the commercial side of it and buying things and like having electronics and blah blah blah. And he's like an old school kid. He's like, oh my gosh, Christmas and Santa, and they're like, oh, you're stupid.
Yeah, if he talks like that, he is.
Grandma gets fucking sacked by a reindeer.
Well, yes, that's the premise of the song.
So
She's just like, she's walking.
Do you ever
over
feel
and
like
Coco,
sometimes
like,
there's too much freedom in this world? And
yeah,
I never thought I would say that. But
yeah.
someone looked at this song and was like, I'm going to turn this into an hour Christmas special.
So-
I blame you.
So the next thing,
You're the Christmas special guy.
but it gets better, right? It gets better.
No, it doesn't. It gets worse.
No, it's great. So she gets sacked by the reindeer, but she disappears. Okay? They can't find Grandma, and and Grandpa writes her off as dead and sings a song that she is she's hanging out with movie stars now. And they're all movie stars from his era.
Right.
You know,
So most of them are dead.
yeah, most of them are dead. Okay, so that was the next thing. Second act, they figure out that
fucking nightmare, man.
they figure out where Grandma is. Santa Claus picked her up after he hit her and took her to the North Pole. She's resting. She's recovering. Now, grandma's her one daughter, who's like kind of an asshole. She's like, I'm saying she's an asshole, but I'm thinking about this actual scenario, and I gotta tell you, I'm actually not too fucked up about it. She wants to sue Santa Claus, right? In the third act, they take him to court, and I can't remember how it all blows over, but it blows over aces for Santa, and everyone lives happily ever after somehow.
Because of fruitcake. They brewed it with a fruitcake. I remember
What
that.
was about? Oh,
There was something about the fruitcake because like grandma's fruitcake was like mad good or some
yeah,
shit.
the reindeers freaked out. So they were trying to prove, they weren't trying to prove that Santa didn't do it. They're trying to, his defense, which solid legal shit going on here, is they were trying to prove that he didn't do it on purpose. And
that's exactly
that.
So he had the Johnny Cochran Chewbacca defense.
Yes. And that is that's why that movie lives rent free in my fucking Christmas brain.
Yeah, and dude, it really was. It was
There's a one fucking musical number where her name is Aunt Mel. She's going, Grandma's gonna sue the pants off of Santa.
It was so bad.
Yeah, they had like I'm gonna hook you up with this movie, bro.
No, the fuck you are not. I control what gets to live in my brain.
Well, you know what's
And it's bad enough that song gets to occupy one fucking neuron in my fucking memory core.
I can't wait for you to have it come up some other time.
Yep. You know what's so
Grandma's
bad?
gonna sue the pants off of Santa.
No, I'm gonna forget that the second we stop recording. But Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Yes.
The one where grandma's spending Christmas with movie stars, like I didn't really, when I was younger, I didn't understand.
You didn't think about it? Yeah.
I didn't really think about it like that, but now, like in hindsight, I'm like, that's incredibly, like, that's just morbid. Like, that's so bad. And like he just goes, the whole song is just going in about the fact that she's just dead and chilling with like other dead people. I'm like, wow, Grandpa.
Grandpa's going to find some mistletoe.
And they're trying to fucking sell. They're trying to sell like grandma's like fucking toy shop or some shit because she ran like a shop of something.
Yeah, it was like
What the fuck is this movie?
Really a knick-knack.
Why is this an hour-long movie?
Because
it sounds like
there's a
something
lot-
Netflix would do,
There's
right?
a lot in there. If you think about it.
I bet you if it was open for it, I bet you Netflix has it.
There's mystery, man. There's suspense.
Court drama.
Yeah, court drama. There's music. You can't.
Like as far as cartoon goes, Mel is kind of like
Oh, does she look
She
like
was stacked, dog.
Katie from
no.
She was stacked. I'm gonna say.
Built like Miss Belton.
Yeah.
fuck's sake.
We can edit the sound spot. Nope.
No, this stays in.
Okay. But it was amazing. It was amazing not because it was great, but because it's actually kind of shitty.
It's so bad it's good.
Yes.
Yep.
I can't. Fuck. I'm torn, right? Because I'm like, I don't want to see this, and then part of me is like, I kind of want to see this.
Yeah,
I want to see. It's a fucking train wreck, right?
It is. It's horrible.
You can't look away.
Yeah,
It's like, 12 children just got hit by a train.
It's like
only you, only Chrono, could not be able to look away from that.
I'd be like, yeah, I'm out. I'll just be off the planet by that point.
No, you know what one of my favorite extreme memes is just people taking the trolley problem and just making it completely fucking ridiculous.
Oh my gosh, and just making it so much worse.
Right, I've seen one where it's like, do you just let it roll and it runs over infinite number of people between 1 and 2, or do you flip the lever and let it run over infinite number of people between 0 and normal infinity? So here's a thing for you to think about. There are larger and smaller infinities.
Why are we doing this? This is Christmas. Why are you talking about infinite? Oh boy,
We're talking about people getting
Christmas
ran
is
over.
infinite.
it is infinite.
Yes, if I have to live with grandma got run over by a reindeer in my brain, you get to think about the fact that there's an infinite number of numbers between 1 and 2 and 0 and infinity. And the infinity between 1 and 2 is smaller than the infinity between 0 and infinity. Yeah, now y'all get to make the face I was just making.
What the fuck?
Why did you do this to us?
I don't know what to say about this.
There's also technically a negative infinity because there would be an infinite number of numbers between -1 and -2.
Stop.
Please stop.
So I'm back at it with the people on cold storage thing.
So
We're ending on cryogenesis. Okay.
No, we're talking about Mariah Carey.
oh
wow.
wow.
So she's on ice from January fucking 2nd through the day after Thanksgiving.
I believe it, and I think it's not something that you're born to do. It's something that you get captured and you're forced to do.
Why? Where do you get this?
Yeah, because she stopped aging after like Nick Cannon.
I mean, so are your theories that Nick Cannon turned her into a vampire?
Could be. It's probable.
It's probable.
He's a soul-sucking parasite.
Oh yeah, you're not wrong about that. We don't like Nick
He's
Cannon.
just the least funniest comedian I've ever fucking seen.
I mean, dude is like out here like, you have a vagina, let's put a baby in it.
Oh yeah, he's a slinger. Yeah, he's like in a sex cult. You know that? Anyways,
Whoa.
We might have to cut that part out.
so
Maybe it's something we deep dive in.
I think that yeah, they put her on ice because she'd be doing that, and she doesn't even sing it anymore. Like anytime where you see her live and she's doing that song, it's all lip sync.
She doesn't need to fucking sing it anymore.
And like, so here's another thing that was crazy to me. I was watching the Thanksgiving parade because that's the only thing that I do on Thanksgiving is cook copious amounts of food and watch the parade. They did the song. They had her. They were hyping Mariah Carey. She's gonna be on the, she's gonna have her own float. She's gonna be singing the song. I don't know. All I Want for Christmas Is You. So when they started the performance, because they had a bunch of other performances, they were all lip synced. It's fine. It's gonna happen.
Last Christmas from Wham.
That would suck. It would be fine because it wouldn't be Whamageddon. It wouldn't have started. But what?
Did you see this clip from the Macy's Thanksgiving Day
Actually,
parade?
no, because George Michael from Wham is dead.
Ah,
Oh.
they can just make him an animated float with CGI.
That's all.
Okay.
Sure. I mean,
You fuck.
like a hologram, like they did with Tupac.
Yep.
Disrespectful. So she was there and she was doing her little thing. They didn't do the intro, which is really weird because if you're just running an MP3, you should have the intro where people are going apeshit. And I'm thinking to myself, instrumentally, it probably doesn't get played live because one person recorded that one part where they're going ape shit on the piano. And he probably broke both of his wrists doing that. And they're like, we're not going to do that.
like it's a slow car wreck. It's just like you see fingernails and shit.
Yeah, it starts with the fingernail.
Yeah, they couldn't get Phil Collins, so.
Yeah. So that's the thing, right? Like music. We're in the middle of Whamageddon.
How are we in the middle? It just started.
Because this shit could end probably tomorrow, and it probably will for me.
I would say, yeah, to be fair, the middle is to be determined for most.
We started Whamageddon. But we got them songs, bro.
Did you know? So here's the thing, because didn't Mariah Carey get into some beef with somebody over being the Queen of Christmas? There was something about that.
That is insane.
No, for real. She got in some beef.
I believe it, but I don't give a shit about what celebrities get into. I don't fucking care.
Well, the only reason why I care is because it's Christmas themed.
It's a Christmas special. So you're like,
it is. I'm
like it's the Christmas special of celebrity beef.
Yeah.
Christmas celebrity death match.
Oh, wait a second.
I think they did a few of those.
I think they actually have new episodes of Celebrity Deathmatch.
No, they have.
That's rowdy, dude.
Yeah, which I was never much of a fan. And some
Really?
Some of claymation blood and gore was just like it made my stomach sick. I don't know why. All right. But yeah, no, she actually got into like it was a somewhat prolonged beef, and like she actually, from what I understand, has like trademarked or copyrighted or something like that the Queen of Christmas. She is the only one who can be the Queen of Christmas.
That is insane.
Yeah.
But I buy it. I believe it.
And
I don't believe that she's the Queen of Christmas. But I believe that she would do some shit like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, 'cause here's the thing: there is that takes a special kind of person to just be like.
So like, and I said he. She.
Whoa! Conspiracy theory.
I was talking about something else. I'm trying to segue. But you want to know what? Shiner's Christmas cheer has got me going.
It's good, and I've had 3.
Yeah. So
has your rating gone up?
No.
See, the only problem is if you change your rating after you've had a few, it's invalid because every beer tastes better.
It might not be, but I think that
it's got to be the first one or bust.
Mariah Carey being the Queen of Christmas fills me with the same amount of negativity of seeing Rob Lowe's face. And I don't want to go back there, but I did. Because we're talking about cryogenically frozen Christmas installation people.
You fucking dunked on yourself. Like,
what?
We didn't mention Rob Lowe. You were like,
yeah, actually, that was
like, I don't want to talk about Rob Lowe, but here's Rob Lowe.
So
it's just making me think of the fucking one episode of Family Guy where it's like Bob Dole somehow turns up.
Bob Dole.
Right. And just to give you an idea, Bob Dole is the senator that ran against Bill Clinton.
Yeah,
I had no idea who Bob Dole was.
He was a senator, and he ran for president against Bill Clinton.
So I do have a Christmas song I want to talk about, though.
Okay.
And if this, because the same way that Rob Lowe's face infuriates you is the same way this song infuriates me. Because as the song starts, you don't even fully understand that it is a Christmas song. It just sounds like fucking laser beams in the 80s. And you start to...
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
So here's the thing.
I think I know what you're talking
about. Yeah, because before you realize
it's bright.
Yeah.
The spirits of something tonight. And that's enough. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. It sucks. That song sucks. I don't even know who does that.
Yeah,
song.
And it's like the whole musically, it's so
it is crazy.
Like musically is so terrible. Like the singing is all like everything conceptually about this song is terrible. Because you could argue with any other Christmas song that it's like, oh, it's iconic. It's got a nice chord progression. It's got anything. I was like, what the fuck did you do this for?
What about Carol of the Bells, which could be like either a cappella or one of the most epic fucking rock ballads ever?
Yeah.
The Trans-Siberian Orchestra does like the fucking most insane balls out. Carol of the Bells. It's like going absolutely insane.
Yeah, no.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra's fucking slaps.
Yeah, and it's like it's become like iconic in its own right now. Like in, I will say pseudo modern Christmas, because this was like kind of like early mid-aughts. You really kind of started seeing a lot of Trans-Siberian Orchestra really being like the thing.
Yeah.
Usually accompanied by like a huge display of like dancing lights and stuff like that.
So that's what I want to do.
So you want to deck the halls?
I want to go insane with dancing lights.
Huh.
So you know how you can get the program for the computer.
Yeah.
And you can like get, ridiculous amounts of hardware and sequencers.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably gonna be my end game. Is I'll just be a psychotic old man and just be like, I start decorating in August. A little early for decorations, don't you think?
I have the exact frequency on my sequencer that can make you have a seizure. Get off my lawn.
Yeah, it's like nothing crazy. It's like you don't even know. It's just like the lights start going. You're like, oh, he's like bugging out like Hypnotoad.
Like I can when I hold my hand up, and I'm just like,
No, you just gotta go.
yep.
You have to have the clapper on it.
Yes. Like it took me half a year and $78,000 to find a classic original clapper.
Clancy, attack!
And then,
I don't know why your lighting system is named Clancy, but it is now.
It could be Thomas.
No, it's Clancy.
Thomas Clancy.
Maybe Chaucer.
See what I said there? Come on,
Yeah,
you're not gonna give me no credit.
Clancy, yeah.
No, I'm not giving you that.
Fuck you.
I'm leaving you all the way alone.
You're out in the cold.
Yeah. It's never been more cold in December.
Or like, what's the one? You always. What's it called? Oh, they go, we wish you a Merry Christmas, and then start like making demands. Like the chorus of that song, we go, we wish you a Merry Christmas, and then after that, they're like, bring us figgy pudding and a cup of good cheer, which I can only assume is like liquor. You're trying to get liquor from me. You're trying to start pouring out for like, if you're carolers, and that's like a thing apparently.
Okay, I have never once in my life seen door-to-door Christmas carolers.
Which is probably good.
Yeah, I have a snow shovel for a reason.
I don't think I'd be able to handle it.
No, but so speaking of people making demands, here's one for you. Santa baby.
Oh my god.
Man.
That song.
Selfish fucking twats.
Yeah.
She was like,
She got him for the streets though. Let's keep it in mind.
damn it.
She was though. I'm like, really? This is how you're going about this?
You're like,
Not even Santa's safe from this.
yeah. But Santa's got pull though.
I'll let you shove something in my hole.
It's a stocking hole. It's not even say anything Christmas related. She just like started getting raunchy.
Yeah. Just like getting raw dog rush.
Like, oh my gosh.
That reminds me of Bob's Burgers. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh.
Oh no, I can't say it anymore. No.
I can't say what anymore.
Oh my gosh.
That's literally Bob from Bob's Burgers.
Damn it. So, jeez.
At some point, Red King has become Bob from Bob's Burgers.
And I think when it comes to
Do we have to worry about Soylent Greens in your burgers then?
what? Oh, that was the original concept.
Yes.
That was,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be a cannibal. I'm glad they didn't do that.
Yeah, I feel like that
Because that show is cool.
No, so you know my favorite thing is that there's actually like a Soylent Green company where they like were playing on that for a little while, where they started naming like different flavors of foods like after human parts.
Really?
Yeah.
So there's a company called
Soylent Greens
that actually makes.
They really only started leaning into it recently.
You should never fucking lean into it at all.
Yeah.
Like, why?
I'm like, I do feel like that's like, it's a pretty dangerous.
We're not made out of humans.
We promise. It's like, don't smile at me when you say that.
Don't smile,
But also,
or wink.
yeah, but don't wink, but also don't look too aggressive.
Complete nutrition protein shakes.
Oh no,
Soylent.
that was on good. Can I say this?
Sure.
That was on Good Mythical Morning
At
At
What's up, guys?
Yo, if you happen to listen to this podcast,
Yeah, they had a limited edition Soylent Green.
I remember that. I do remember that because they had a taste test. It was a protein shake taste test.
In the year 2022, we are all looking for a better, more sustainable food source. We
Oh,
have created a
dude.
new limited edition Soylent Green Square.
No.
This is from the website.
Oh my gosh.
That is both sustainable, nutritious, and delicious. Okay, wrong use of both there. Both creates a connotation of two.
Oh.
Oh, come on.
The flavor is unique and mysterious for the complex taste of humanity. When you buy this
The
product,
complex taste that you've been.
yes.
They're playing
When you
on a
buy this
little.
product, you can guarantee it is sustainable and crafted from ingredients that are ethically sourced. Each Soylent Green Square is both good for you and good for the planet. Get your limited edition Soylent Green today.
They play a little fast and loose with the invention of me.
Out of stock.
Okay, hold on. Can we not have the evil laugh?
That's so out of pocket.
Oh, yeah. We're talking about the potentiality of this being a people shake, and you just hit me with the Dracula.
That's amazing. It's not where I expected it to go. But I'm glad. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
And with that, we are at the last call. We are Critical Hit. Weirdest fucking Christmas special ever.
Yeah. Listen, I feel like that's an accolade these days.
I hope we live rent free in your brain.
The beer of the night was Shiner Holiday Cheer. Subscribe to us on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, and wherever you get your
Are we
podcasts.
on Google now too?
Oh yeah, we're on Google.
Hey!
Apple and Google.
We're on quite a few platforms. Look at us.
Until then, we will see you next Thursday. Drink hard, play responsibly. Follow la 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 la.
Hose.
Ho-hos. Where's my little Debbie's?